I've recently reviewed the all-new BMW X1 with the combustion engine, and I absolutely loved it because it was truly an all-new BMW. It has gone through a complete makeover. Well, here today I've got the electric version, the iX1, for those of you who enjoy the hustle and bustle of the city. But this car is entering a rather crowded marketplace of medium-sized electric SUVs, with the likes of Mercedes EQA, Volvo XC40, and at £53,000 starting price, it might be rather challenging. I love the way this car looks in this color. The spec is absolutely gorgeous. But let's take it for a spin, because with electric cars, once the rubber hits the road, sometimes this love quickly fades away. So is it gonna be happy ever after all? Well, let's find out.
1, 2, 3.
I get the feeling, and let's not kid ourselves, sometimes speed is everything. So launch control time. Let's activate sport mode. Very good. Also hold is deactivated. I'm actually going to use this function called boost. It's just a paddle shifter. Foot on the brake, foot on the throttle. Let's go BMW. That's exciting. Oh, I'm like a kid. So the declared 0 to 100 is 5.6 seconds, and I am 5.33. Oh, I like it. That is a strong selling point for me with electric cars. Speed. It's just, I mean, let's not forget, this is a family-friendly SUV, and I like it. Let's have a look what we've got under the bonnet. We've got an engine bay, but we've got no engine. And the reason we've got the engine bay is because the iX1 is, of course, built on the X1. So it makes you want to have an engine. Anyway, sweet memories. We've got electric motor, which produces 313 horses and 494 newton meters of torque. The power is being sent to all four wheels. We've got 64 kilowatt-hour batteries, and BMW claims it will give us about 440 kilometers of a range, 270 miles. Well, we shall see about that. In terms of charging your batteries, you can do that at home using a wall box, 7.4 kilowatts, and from flat to full in about 10.5 hours. But you can also use those rapid chargers. The charging cap is 130 kilowatts, and from 10% to 80% in just 29 minutes. And how does it feel to drive this car? Well, it is smooth, it is sophisticated, very comfy, although it does feel a little bit firmer than you would probably expect from an SUV, but hey, it is a BMW, so absolutely no surprises here. Still, the suspension manages to absorb the bumps, potholes, and imperfections really well. And in terms of comfort, it is actually very similar to the X1 with the combustion engine. Just that being electric, of course, it is quieter, especially when you trot around town. But even when you pick up some speed, there's a very little tire noise, very little wind noise. Quite lovely, actually. The steering is nice and light here, a bit unlike BMW. But you gotta remember that BMW is targeting a much wider audience here. And when the steering is heavy and sharp in an SUV, it does become tiring very quickly. However, as soon as you flick this car into sport mode, you do have more weight added to the steering, and it does feel sharper and quicker. Now, it's very easy to maneuver this car in and out of car parks. We've got a good turning circle, great all-round visibility. We're sitting higher up. We've got brilliant cameras. So you got to be a master to smash this car in a car park. It feels chill to drive. I just leave it in what's so-called the B mode, the braking mode. It is essentially a one pedal mode. So I just use the throttle pedal without touching the brake pedal. I lift my foot off the throttle, the car slows down, and it will come to a complete stop. Brilliant. Although it does take a bit of time to get your head around it, because initially it might feel aggressive, but then you give it some time and patience and you will actually enjoy it because it would feel relaxing. Good almighty, it sounds a bit like a bad love story. But anyway, important thing is that it does put quite a bit of juice back to your battery, especially when you trot around town with frequent start-stop. So it is a very useful driving mode. God almighty, the weather, rain, sunshine, all the seasons in one day, just like England. Anyway, BMW declares an electric range of 440 kilometers. How interesting. Well, I'm afraid I must correct you here, BMW. It is more like 360. And this car is nearly brand new. It's got only 4,000 kilometers on the clock. But the point I'm making is that, you see, batteries in electric cars, they're not state-of-art things. They're just like our mobile phones or us, human species. With a bit of time and usage, our bodies slowly but surely decline, deteriorate, and then we die. But the good news here is that the charging really is fast. So yesterday I was charging it to 100%, something you shouldn't be doing it, but I've done it anyway. And from 90 to 100, the charging speed remained at 40 to 50 kilowatts. Now that's very good, because there's a lot of cars out there which claim to have rapid charging. The moment you get to 80%, it feels like, well, milking a male cow. It just doesn't work. Now, come to think of it, sugar daddy alert, maybe it does work. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Do you remember when the X1 was a tiny SUV in which you couldn't quite carry passengers in the back seat? Well, things have grown because I've got plenty of knee room, very good headroom. I do love this panoramic sunroof, middle seat. Let's check it out. The floor here is nearly flat, which means things are all right. You can't quite sit like a lady, but it's fine. You can put a child in the middle or a male. But overall, BMW has done really well. Right, let's check the boot space. We've got 490 liters of space, which is nearly as much as you get with the combustion engine. 500 liters, so 10 liters difference. The shape of the boot is very, very practical. We've got some netting, some hooks. You also have underfloor storage with all the cables. I mean, it's a German car, so it has to be tidy, and that's enough about the boot space. The cabin does look and feel very premium. The quality of the materials, the fit and finish is excellent. I like how the steering wheel feels in my hands, although I don't like the middle of it. I think this is a typical design for electric BMWs. It just looks a bit swollen. But hey, that's just me whinging. Let's check some practicalities. Large bowl of water, you can easily fit it in the door bin. Keep hydrated, it's important. Smart, wireless mobile charging, like a little altar. You can lock your mobile, keep it imprisoned. 2 USB-C ports. Now in terms of storage space, down here you've got this large open exposed shelf, but it's very practical. You can just check your clutter, and if you want to lock your things, there's a tiny one here. And of course your glove box. Petite gear lever, I like it. Traditional knob for volume control, and some shortcut buttons to change your tracks, change your driving mode, and some driving settings. This is very much appreciated. And quick access to cameras. The seats, this is artificial leather. It looks and feels pretty good. Fewer cars being killed. I think I'm fine with this. Now, I absolutely love the seat massage here. I use it all the time. It just keeps me relaxed and grounded. I think we all need it from time to time or regularly. Anyway, onto this beautiful touch screen. So this is the latest infotainment system, iDrive. And in my personal opinion, together with BMW X from Mercedes, these two are by far best infotainment systems available on the market. Easy, straightforward, extremely intuitive and just pretty to use. Built-in Spotify app. You just have to link your mobile phone once and then browse your music. How convenient is that? I mean, look at how simple the system is and how smart it is actually. Some graphics, map. Your wish is my command. Do it now. This is how quick the system is. I mean, of course you can play on your iPhone or Android, but really? Why? Don't do that. The system is glorious. It gives you everything you need. Anyway, quick access to cameras. Let's have a look at you. Ooh, these are lovely. Crisp, crystal clear, just the way we like it. So the cabin, I think, is a very strong selling point for this car. In fact, all cabins are a strong selling point for BMW. It used to be Audi that was the best with cabins. I'm not sure which direction they've gone. A little bit basic Audi. Have you seen it? Jesus, don't go there, because I think Volkswagen is better. Well, you know what I'm saying. But Mercedes is very good. But I think BMW, winner, sausage dinner. Oh yes. I'm going to flick it to sport mode and see how it behaves on a twisty road. I'm going to floor it now. Holy shit! Wow, that's a bit of an energy injection there. Been taken aback, in a rather good way. Nice work, BMW. And it sounds like a spaceship. Now, on a twisty road, it handles the corners really well. There's not much body lean. You've got a solid grip. Is it a wild, agile cat? Well, no. But it is joyful and actually a little bit of fun to drive this car. That all-wheel drive system gives you a nice sense of safety and stability. It definitely feels much sportier than Mercedes EQA, a bit closer to Volvo XC40 Recharge, but I think in a sport mode, yeah, definitely sportier. Okay, my final thoughts. I think this is a wonderful electric car, but it does not stand out from the competition the way the X1 with the combustion engine does. If you ask me about top medium-sized SUVs with a combustion engine, the X1 will easily be in the top 5. And to tell you the truth, I was never a fan of the X1. I thought it was a little bit, well, too plain, but not the new one. But the iX1, is it special? Yes and no. Do I love it? Well, love is a strong word. Don't push it. Do I like it? Absolutely. Especially in this color combination. I think it looks gorgeous. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Let's have a chat. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.